It is true that in the 17th century, it was not unusual for men to express intense emotional attachments, share a bed, and even kiss in the name of friendship. So how can we tell when those very thin lines began to blur into queer experiences? In the case of James I and George Villiers in the early 17th century, and separately, Archbishop Laud in the mid-century, we know based on their own personal writings, but this isn't possible or accessible for everyone through history. In 2022, Dr. Paul Hunneyball found a rather remarkable alternative in the form of a funeral monument. You've likely seen similar if you've ever been in a church or a cathedral. You've possibly noticed then that such monuments are often shared or added onto to include family members or spouses. This one though, in the chapel of Gonville and Caius College, Cambridge, is shared by two men who are not even distantly related. The monument itself shows Thomas Legge, a former master of the college, kneeling in prayer, very common. Beneath him, two disembodied hands lift a flaming heart towards him, very uncommon. This is a symbol of very intense and ardent love. The Latin text below this translates to, "As love joined them in life, so may the earth unite them in the grave. Here lie the remains of Gostlin. His heart, O Legge, is yours." Even more uncommon. The man, Gostlin, in question, was a college fellow at the same time as Legge, and the writer of these words. The pair worked closely together. Neither had married. Not marrying was common for college fellows at this time, but this was evidently not a common friendship. When he died in 1626, 19 years after Legge, he had requested to be buried nearby him, as the inscription he ordered says. For context, Sir Fulk Greville in the late 16th century had requested a joint monument with Sir Philip Sidney, a distant relative of him and a close friend. But his was turned down. So you see, a friendship would not typically have been able to be commemorated in this way. Goslin's posthumous declaration of love was approved, likely by his fellows at the college. As something exceptional, they would have understood the strength of this relationship. It had to be something that transcended co-workers, friends, and family. The existence of this monument shows not just this connection, but that it was conducted somewhat openly, at least for the time. This was not merely a friendship. This was something much more devotional.